Rob, this Southside block is still surrounded by multiple levels of crime scene tape, and detectives are still focusing their investigation on the white Tesla parked behind me. That is now surrounded by multiple bullet casings that police say was left behind by a shootout when they say an off-duty Chicago police officer became the victim of an attempted armed robbery. Dozens of Chicago police officers blanket a block of South Constance just south of 88th Street. The sheer volume of officers is indicative of a crime scene involving one of their own. The investigation is centered around this white Tesla with its trunk still ajar.
We're getting a shot spotter, 8816 South Constance, 13 rounds in the streets. Multiple shooters, high capacity.
The back window is shot out, shattered in a flurry of gunfire police say was fired by one of their own off-duty police officers. Police say the officer was near the car when at least 3 people approached and demanded the officer's vehicle and personal belongings. That's when investigators say both the officer and at least one of the alleged offenders fired guns over and over again.
For the shot spotter on 88th and Constance, we're also getting shots fired, and a robbery just occurred.
Detectives have been spread out along this south side block for hours. The first calls for gunfire came just after 6 p.m.
More calls coming in for shots fired at 88th and Constance. Someone heard screaming and 6 shots.
Police now say the group of alleged offenders took off after the gunfire, and at least one possible suspect, they say, was dropped off at Trinity Hospital with a gunshot wound. Representatives from the Civilian Office of Police Accountability also responded out here to the scene tonight because it involved a Chicago police officer discharging their firearm. As is part of department policy, that officer will be placed on administrative leave for 30 days while that part of the investigation plays out. As part of the criminal investigation tonight, Chicago police detectives are still looking for at least 2 possible suspects they believe may have been involved in this incident.